Hello, my name is Kirath, and today we're just going to have a little look at the stuff what was revealed yesterday at Christmas on the 25th of December. And obviously, didn't cover this yesterday because I was too busy eating far too much, getting very drunk, and miraculously, no hangover. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but fresh as a... well, someone who's eaten and drunk too much, but not actually dying today, which is the important bit. So, what do we actually have? What could they have revealed on Christmas Day, of all days? Quite the thing to do. Although obviously they didn't write it on Christmas Day, it would have been set up and ready to go before then. But still, so there's war in the clouds, allegedly. Age of Sigmar releases. So there is a new Kharadron Overlord model on the way in part of a box containing them and some Tzeentch stuff, which is a fun combination actually. I quite like that matchup. That's kind of funky. So yeah, we have an Endrin Master with a dirigible suit, which is, I think it says, an unnamed airborne hero. Actually be able to just, make up some of your own stuff for that instead of converting, what's his name, Baron Big Hat. I've forgotten what he's called. There is one already like this, but he's a named character. With a solid top hat, I seem to remember. That, to me, whilst... I do like a bit of Kharadron Overlords. They're a mad faction, and that's why I like them so much. That, to me, just screams, look at all of these attachments that you can put onto your AdMech or Dark AdMech stuff. Or all over a Dreadnought, if you wanted a particularly mental Dreadnought. Hang on. Wait. The bits on the side with the spanner and the drill and the what looks like prototype bolter, and the bits on the... you could make a pretty solid Tech Marine Dreadnought with all of that. You can make a pretty solid Tech Marine Dreadnought with those bits. I don't know what you do with the rest of the model, but... oh no. Oh dear. Oh, that's bad. It's good, but it's also bad, because now I just want to do that. What has turned from, I actually quite like this model, has become, I can use a lot of that on a Dreadnought to make something that obviously is not applicable on the tabletop at all, but I still want to do it. I like it. I like it for what it is, and I also like it for the abundance of bits that you could get out of that for fun conversions. Good start. There's also the Magister on Disc of Tzeentch, which specialises in transforming enemy models into Chaos Spawn. Excellent. I like that. Get a bit of that old school, walala on the go, but less just converting them and more turning them into just limb-covered monstrosities. I do like the in-progress look of that model. In flight. That's what I meant to say. That's got quite a cool pose. That actually feels pretty nice and dynamic. I think some of the weird flamey stuff coming off the disc, kind of giving it that sweeping look, is it maybe a little angular at points, or is it? I don't know if it is. Then again, it's all like warp-based magic-y, flamey stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to exactly follow the pattern you'd think, does it? Yeah, I quite like that. The dude's got a bit of a, not even a 5-head, a bit of a 6-header going on, but then it is incorporating lots of eyes, so I suppose we can let him off for that. I do like the fact that he has got the hood down, but you can see how long and ridiculous the hood is because it's sweeping out. That's kind of cool. And it actually... giving him bird legs, I think, was the right call. Well, reptile legs was the right call with that, because it kind of does look like he's bracing himself but capable of holding on, whereas in normal feet it would look a bit off. That's a cool model. I quite like that. That feels pretty dynamic. It feels like it's in motion, and it's not... I'd say it's not massively unreasonable. The figure on the disc has actually been done in such a way that I can easily see it having a bit of weird inhuman grip on the disc as it flies about. That's funky. I like that. That's cool. That is a cool model. Yeah, nicely done. So, as I say, there's new battle tomes on the way, which I didn't say, but they're going to be part of a big box that's on the way, which is Arcanauts versus Arcanites, as they say. That looks kind of funky. Yeah, nice. Cool. Okay, so for 40k, we've got a new Psychic Awakening trailer, which we'll play quickly now.
The galaxy screams, an unending roar of psychic pain. Crimson King has returned, and with him his cursed progeny.
From the roiling bowels of the warp, the planet of the sorcerers has vomited forth into real space.
The blood of our brothers calls for vengeance.
Magnus the Red, Sorcerer King of Prospero, seeks to bring about the ruination of mankind.
The insults and injuries wrought upon us at Fenris will not go unpunished.
We must halt this ritual of the damned.
His every breath is an act of mockery. We will have our revenge.
Nice. Like that. I'm kind of hoping for some fun stuff for Thousand Suns out of that, to be honest. But we do have a former sergeant, now captain of the Dark Angels Fifth Company, in the form of Master Lazarus. So this will be your Dark Angels miniature for the latest of the old psychic nonsense series, and he looks pretty good. He looks kind of cool. I like that. Ritual of the Damned should be kind of interesting, I think. There's a nice combination of forces in there. I mean, the Dark Angels and the Grey Knights, I feel, are almost on par in terms of their absolute secrecy and all the nonsense that surrounds it, so that's a kind of fun matchup. And it'd be interesting to see what they do with Thousand Suns and Magnus. And I'm assuming, of course, the ritual itself will fail, but the planet of the Sorcerers being wrenched into real space so that they can do something horrendous is cool and funky. I do like that. The model itself I quite like. It's the only thing that's getting me. I don't know whether it's a recent trend, but it feels like the highlight colours used for the Games Workshop painted Dark Angels have become a bit too salamanders. The dark green is still dark green, but because of the kind of neon green highlights, it feels like it's lightening their colour scheme up just a bit too much, to the point where certain parts of Lazarus's armour here look a bit too bright green for me. I mean, I know it's a very small quibble, but it's just one of those things where I think it's a bit too stark a contrast between the armour itself and the edge highlighting. It makes parts of it look a bit too bright for me, but that's obviously just a critique of the paint job, not the actual model itself. The model itself I quite like. There's some nice nods to existing Dark Angels models in there. He's got the incense burner, which I really like. I like that kind of motif for the Dark Angels a lot. I do think I know he's holding the helm, but having the helm off and held is a nice nod to Azrael. I'm genuinely surprised that it's not like a Primarisification of one of the more well-known Dark Angels characters, and instead we're getting a new character. I'm a little bit surprised by that, but I do quite like the model. It's got a lot of Dark Angels personality. You can't really mistake it for anything else, and that's something that the standard Primaris stuff can lack at times. So having a bit of an overabundance is, in this case, I think the right way to go. Does look pretty decent. Yeah, like it. Okay, so we also have, so as you can see, Psyche Awakening, Ritual of the Damned. That's the next one, which we did know about already. So Dark Angels, Grey Knights, and Thousand Suns. They can now dedicate their sorcerers to one of the 9 cults of the Legion, call back to their arcane roots on Fallen Prospero, run with a plethora of new tactical options. Excellent. So Dark Angels brings the chapter in line with recent Space Marine updates and new rules for Deathwing and Ravenwing. Cool. Grey Knights get a new ability called Masters of the Warp, which rewards you for taking a dedicated army of Grey Knights, channeling a specific aspect of the Warp to provide an army-wide bonus. That'd be interesting to see what that is then. Nice. So yeah, I mean, the book is on its way, so we'll have more of an idea as to what all of that entails soon enough. And the final thing, is it the final thing? Nearly the final thing. An important thing is that Dark Vengeance is back for a bit. It's back for a bit, and that makes me incredibly happy, because this box had some great models in it. Some really nice models. I mean, the Dark Angel stuff is good, but for me, the Chaos stuff in this box is is fantastic, and it would be nice to have it back. Maybe a bit longer than limited release, but lads, are you seriously not doing a close-up of the chosen Space Marines there? Come on, boys. Come on, look. These were the Chaos Space Marines that I really thought would end up being just, some variation of, would end up being the replacement for the existing, not the existing now, but the then existing Chaos Space Marines. And then it never happened, which was weird. But they're still cool sculpts. They still look really good, and honestly, they'd still fit in with the current Chaos Space Marines line. And it's also something not to look past is the fact that the entire Dark Angel side of this is Old Marines. It's not Primaris, so it's actually really nice to see this box make a comeback. That's really cool. It's expensive, but then it is a starter box, and you can split that with 2 people. I don't believe you'll be able to get this from anywhere outside the Games Workshop, though. The made-to-order stuff is exclusively for them, as far as I know. So if you did want this box, you would have to pay the full price for it. You wouldn't be able to get it from, I don't think you can get it from Element or Alchemist or anywhere like that. But if you're hankering for some of those sculpts, then this is the time to pick them up, because who knows if this will come back around again. Maybe at some point in the far future, but we don't know. There's also a thing where apparently if you buy a thing from Games Workshop at the moment, then you will get a code to download Total War Warhammer for absolutely free, which is really nice. I quite like that. Nice bit of just giving stuff away is never a bad thing, and it's a very good game. So if you are planning to grab something from Games Workshop, that is a nice added extra to that, a free copy of that game. Yeah, very nice, very Christmas spirity. So yeah, there we go. That's the stuff that they showed off on Christmas Day. Some cool stuff in that. I do like the new models shown off. As I say, the colour scheme thing with Lazarus, I think is just a personal preference thing, but there's a definite difference between the way he's painted and the way that, for say, the Dark Angels right here on this page are painted. The highlights just aren't as stark. They're not as neon. So these guys look a bit darker, which to me makes sense because they're Dark Angels. But yeah, that's my only gripe, my only complaint. Everything else looks pretty cool. Pretty good. So, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of all of that in the comments down below. As always, feel free to click all of the things, Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. I hope you had a very good day yesterday, no matter what you did. And, yeah. Oh, there's the affiliate link as well. You know what to do with that. You click it and then you buy stuff. And if you buy something, 10% goes to charity and I get something for sending you that way and it's cheaper and all that stuff. Do it if you like. I leave it entirely up to you. Enjoy the rest of any holiday time you have, and I will see you for the next one.